Hey guys, what's up? I just wanted to talk to you guys quickly about how to remove some of these heavy metals from the body. And I mentioned it in one of my detox videos. I just didn't do a good enough job of explaining the ways to actually clear these things from the body. So, step one would be removing anything from your bathroom that has been approved by the American Dental Association. These three-letter agencies and associations like the FDA, EPA, ADA, the list goes on, right? They are actually highly controlled and in charge of fulfilling their agenda. So we need to learn how to buy the correct products that are safe and how to remove these harmful toxins from the body as best as we can. So one of the ways to effectively do this is to remove the fluoride and the aluminum from your bathroom, and that is typically found in regular toothpaste and regular deodorants. So there are a couple alternative ways that work better for having white teeth and having control over your lymph nodes, which are right underneath the part where you put your deodorant, goes directly into the bloodstream, however also blocks the lymph nodes from cleaning themselves out. So when you're putting these, I used to use them myself. I used to use men's deodorant because I was like convinced that it was the only one that worked. And in my experience, the men's deodorants were the only ones that worked. So I was just like going over it and over it all the time, not knowing that there's aluminum and other heavy metals like lithium in the deodorants themselves. So one that I can really recommend is Lush has one that's charcoal based, and if you're willing to get a little bit messy and you mostly wear dark colors, I would say definitely go for the Lush charcoal. It works so well. I was living close to the equator at the time, and it lasted me for so long. It could probably that bottle lasted me over a year. So it's a little bit pricier, but you're going to have to buy it less frequently, and it is safer for the body. So start with your deodorants and start with your ingredients lists on your toothpastes. And that goes for mouthwash too. The next step is to definitely take a look at the types of soaps that you're using. It's not as critical, but you want to pay attention to the soaps and the lotions and the ingredients in those as well. You'd be surprised at what they slip in on those inside of those products, and you'd be surprised at how much information is left off the ingredients list as well. So that's a whole nother topic. But moving on to water, you obviously need a water filter at this point. Anywhere in the US, anywhere in Europe, anywhere in the first world, you have to still have a water filtration. I remember I was in Spain and they don't even drink water from the tap or from a Brita. They drink bottled water, hands down, regardless. And that is for obvious reasons. Heavy metals, chemicals, and things that are creating memory loss, brain damage, cancer, etc. So The next thing is creating an alkaline environment. So our bodies are also like ecosystems, and the skin is absorbing everything, that all the products that we use. So it would be beneficial for you to first eliminate the heavy metals and then replace it with a layer of alkaline protection. And so that's alkali on the pH scale. And you can do that by eating a lot of alkaline fruits and vegetables, which tend to be the leafy greens for the vegetables, the dark green. Nothing light green is really going to do anything for you. You need the deep green of a Swiss chard or a bok choy or a spinach or something like this. And then you need to pair that with root vegetables, garlic, herbs such as cilantro, and these other greens, parsleys. They're going to eliminate and they're going to reject the toxins and the heavy metals that are out in the environment and that are in some of our products that we use without knowing, or we just forget that these products are being pushed by the enemy, and we tend to forget that, you know, these materials are going into our bodies, and sometimes they're not leaving our bodies because they're latching on to us, and we have become magnets for toxins based on eating genetically modified foods that has created a genetic modification. It doesn't just modify the food, it also modifies our genes too when we eat it. So that's the part that is just missing from the education, because they want to keep this information from you guys and watch you guys struggle. And I just don't think it's funny anymore. I'm not playing around with them anymore. And I know what they're doing, and it's coming at us from all sides. So we need to have a pretty holistic, well-rounded way to defend ourselves. And then after that, you need to start planning your exit strategy, because there's going to be a point where your body is not going to be able to withstand the level of radiation, the electromagnetic frequencies that are going to be emitted, and mix that with the food and the air. I mean, you're creating a situation where my soul is going to be suffocating under such situation. So I am just giving you guys some info on how to prepare. And having an alkaline diet will provide anti-inflammatory results for the body. So you're going to be losing more mucus. You're going to be eliminating the mucous membranes from the body that have been just sitting there, stagnating and collecting trash, basically. These toxins are poison, basically garbage for the system. So you have to do a cleanse. And we need to remember that the cleanse is not just with food and with water and with the types of liquids and solids that we're eating. It's also cleansing your household, cleansing the types of harsh chemicals you're using in your day-to-day, whether it's cleaning supplies or detergents that you're keeping in the house and using around your kids that are burning their small nose hairs and doing damage to the hairs within the cochlea, within the ear. So we need to be aware of the different levels of chemicals that we're using, and slap on big pharma on top of that. I mean, you're basically just asking to be enslaved in a system that you've been compromised. I mean, you can't do that type of damage and come out normal and come out healthy. So I would say do your best to create an alkaline environment. I know it's challenging, but you can start by just adding some greens to your everyday. Like I had made a really good soup yesterday, and it was like Asian noodles with some Asian greens. Oh, that's what I wanted to remember. Deep sea greens. So sea greens like algae and seaweed. different things like this are really going to be beneficial when we're talking about cleaning and clearing the toxins. Because people are always talking about GMOs and like chemtrails and like the fluoride in the water and stuff like this, but then they stop right there. They don't give you the way out. They don't give you the answer as to how to move forward for your best interest. And then they end up supposedly killing all of those holistic doctors. I mean, I know some of them have been murdered, but I don't think all of them that they're saying have been murdered. I think they're using those people to scare people. I mean, it's just a whole new level of fear that they're doing these days, and it's like subconscious. So you just need to, speaking of cleanse yourself of your social circles, cleanse yourself socially, cleanse yourself physically, go on a walk, go swimming, choose a natural way of working the body and moving the body that's not this forced mechanic. That's why the agenda pushes people to go to the gyms, because they're like, oh, let me get on this machine real quick. But the machine is not aligned with the way that the body naturally moves, so the mechanics of the body can't respond properly to it. So that's why we have people who go to the gym all the time, but their health is depleting. Or you'll have like athletes that have completely blown through their body, like their bodies are burned out, joints were gone decades ago, like they just push it so hard and they treat it like a machine, and we're not robots, you know? Like, we do have to get enough sleep, drink the cleanest water we can, and use the cleanest products that we can. I was poisoning myself with heavy metals every day between my baking soda. No, baking soda is good for your teeth, but I was using like the Colgate whitening with baking soda bullshit. And this is the one that I thought was natural, like that, or like the Arm & Hammer one. No. They are also sold out. So you need to be aware that they're all the same. When you go to the rack, here in the States, you're bombarded with choices with brands. You go to the rack, you're bombarded, you don't know which one to buy. They're all the same. They're all trash. They're all poison. Just get that through your head. And then understand that there are other ways of going about doing it that are better for the body, that just happen to be cheaper and also better for the environment. So let's go and segue into the different options for natural ways of cleaning your teeth and clothing. First of all, if you're in a third world country, you're going to be doing mostly hand washing, so you'll have your own soaps to choose from. So you already know that you can just choose the, unscented, most basic one that's on the market there. And then for my first world people who have washing machines, you're going to want to use a mixture of like a borax and a baking soda, something like this. You can add your own essential oils, lemon, lavender, whatever you choose, to the mixture, and then that is your detergent, and you dump a cup to 2 cups of the powder mixture into the thing, and you walk away, because you are not going to want to sell out to the liquid detergents. You can actually contract viruses from some of those soaps. Women can get bacterial vaginosis, which is BV, and that is it can come from sex, but it also can come from external things like wipes and different feminine products, liquids, different lotions, different soaps can give you this BV, which is a change of the pH, by the way. It changes the pH of the body and of the that part of the body, and you're looking at a virus and bacteria that has started from a soap. Okay? So detergents are going to be a borax, a baking soda, combination of the two, and then go find some essential oils that are on sale. You don't have to break the bank for this stuff. You'll actually end up saving. If you take a look and start removing the heavy metals, you can actually save a lot of money. It's just people are so far gone. They can't see clearly anymore and they don't know what the hell is going on. Well, I can tell you it's hell on earth, and it's up to us to release the bondage and to release the truth, which is we're supposed to be living naturally rather than living chemically induced, robotically run, fake money. I mean, the list goes on. So for toothpaste, you want to do a combination of coconut oil and baking soda. I had to pause there for a minute because I'm thinking in my head that some people use, what's it called? Turmeric. And they do turmeric mixed with coconut oil. You can do that too. It's up to your preference. I personally use turmeric like on my body when I'm washing my body, but it's so strong that it dyes the skin like bright orange, like so bright, neon orange almost. So I don't use it on my teeth because it just like gets all over my face and I just end up making a mess of the turmeric. So but my sister, who is partially brainwashed, partially natural, she uses a charcoal, some sort of charcoal mixture that she uses for her mouthwash. So the charcoal is definitely an option on top of the coconut oil and the baking soda. And then coconut oil is an antibacterial. So that's where it's going to kill the gingivitis in the gums if you use it daily. And then you can also keep the coconut oil on there on the teeth for them to absorb it. That helps with whitening and changing the shades. Mine aren't as white as I would like because I drink coffee still. And so I have pretty nice teeth, but you know, they're not as white as I would like them, so whatever. And then for the body, you can use olive oil on the body after you shower as a lotion. You can also use Himalayan salt as a deodorant. Some people have found that works. It doesn't work for me. Maybe I bought the wrong salt, but that's an option that some people do, and it does work for some women. And then we already talked about the Lush, different things from Lush. If you have an extra $10, just get some Lush products. They actually are clean and they actually are natural. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I have for you guys. Other than the Alkaline Diet, you're going to have to just start with the Alkaline Diet and go from there. And let me know if you guys have any questions on this stuff, because I know that it can be confusing. And I know that you're so used to other products. So it will be an interesting adventure to learn what ingredients are in the products that you're using. And then we can just make our adjustments from there. Okay, guys, good luck. Thank you so much. Talk to y'all later. Ciao.